I want men in there. I want men in there. I want a lot of men back there. She's got some security, but I'm revamping the entire thing. We got new barricades on all the doors, all the windows back and front.
Looks safe.
Chief, if you tell me it's safe one more time, I'm gonna throw you down the steps.
Please don't do that.
Men here. Men here. We got a security monitor system in this room. We got eyes and ears on everything. This is her safe room. She is not to leave her safe room. No one is to go inside her safe room. Do we understand each other?
This is a mess. She's not going to be happy about
I don't
this.
care if she's happy, Chief, and I want to go on record as saying this is a bad idea. No matter what we do here, this house and this senator are at risk on purge night. You understand me?
Duly noted. Let's lock it down.
Let's lock it down. It's just me and you, pal.
Tell me what you want me to do. I'm there.
Go downstairs, make sure they take care of that doors. Keep an eye on that guy.
Done.
One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Can you tell which thing is not like the other before I finish my song? Now look very carefully, because one of these things just doesn't belong here. Well, if you guessed this thing is not like the other, if you guessed this thing just doesn't belong, if you guessed this thing is not like the other, well then, you're absolutely correct.
Everything is in place. Team's in position. 10 minutes to lockdown, boss.
Okay. This is gonna be home for the next 12 hours. You need anything, you contact me and me only. You clear?
Clear.
Let's begin. I see you, Bobby.
You know you can relax now, right?
I'll relax in the morning.
Am I interrupting?
Senator, you should be in the den.
Eric, thank you for being here tonight.
My pleasure.
Leo, have a drink with me. You don't have a choice.
Sounds serious.
Don't say a word. I'll stick my foot up your ass.
I don't know.
It's that time.
Eric. What are you still doing up here? You're on first floor duty.
How was the chat?
It's enlightening. Go. Chief, find a bedroom. I got it from here.
All right, Leo.
Boys, why don't you take a break? Go watch some TV, huh? It's gonna be a long night.
Yes, sir.
coming outside, boys. How you doing out there, Bobby? Sniper 1, radio check. Bobby, radio check. Sniper 2, radio check. Sniper 2. Someone is coming for you.
What?
Put that on.
Leo, the house is surrounded.
Move.
I'm moving. What are you? You said you had men on the roof. You have
Not anymore.
snipers.
Not anymore.
What do you mean not anymore?
Someone betrayed us.
What?
I can't trust anyone. Put on that vest. Listen to me. This isn't a drill. Someone's coming to kill you. You understand me? Move.
Moving.
Go.
Okay, what the hell is that?
That's my little secret. Move. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Boss, it's just me. Fuck. Where the hell is she?
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is this? I don't know what the fuck that is.
Our mark may be outside. Repeat. Your mark may be outside. Check your perimeters. No payment unless we find her.
Have you seen any evidence, Elliot, of people being taken out of the building? You say that emergency vehicles are there, understandably so, but of course the major concern is human loss. I mean, do you know if there were many people in the building?
Oh, another one just hit. Something else just hit. A very large plane just flew directly over my building. And there's been another collision. Can you see it? I can see it on this shot.
Oh my.
Something else has
You know what?
and
We
that
just
looks
saw
more
a
like
plane circling the
747.
building.
It is in the other building.
We just saw a plane circling the building.
No doubt a lot of activity on the ground right now. And in terms of the firefighting capabilities, when you get up to this high level, I assume the firefighters have got to get up there and, fight it from inside. If you're taking a look now, you can see that we've just had another explosion, and that is considerably lower. And is that in the other building? Is that what I'm witnessing?
Something that made it clear that the first plane wasn't an accident.
There was a famous piece of 9/11 footage known as the Hezekiah footage, and is probably the image most people still have impaled on their minds. This footage was filmed by Michael Hezekiah, an alleged member of the public who handed his recording over to CNN along with the rights to his footage. He has also been told by his lawyer that he should not talk to anyone relating to information about his filming of the event. I am not alone in believing that the plane in this clip has been added using video editing. The plane is very grey and uniform in colour and looks like it has been picked out of a computer graphics stock image library. The added screams complete the effect. If the ball is indeed what caused the hole in the tower, then they would have had to remove the ball somehow from the clip. I spent time examining frames from this clip and could not see any remnants of the ball where it had been removed. I decided to use my 3D model, which includes the trajectory path of the ball, and overlay this on top of the Hezekiah footage. This was a eureka moment. It all became very clear what they have done. The plane's path in this clip is absolutely identical to my predicted ball flight path. When they have inserted the fake plane, they have inserted it such that the ball is in the center of the plane's hull, thus hiding the ball. In other words, they have used the fake plane to cover up the ball. Just to prove I have not just drawn this line to match the plane's path, I will zoom out and pan back round the towers to prove this is the ball's path. This means the plane's path we see in the Hezekiah footage is impossible, and lends weight to the fact it was probably inserted afterwards. Having looked at some of the other pieces of amateur footage, it seems likely that the conspirators have not just used this technique on the Hezekiah footage, but inserted planes on top of the ball in other clips, such as the Evan Fairbanks clip. Within the 9/11 Truth movement, there are theories about what appears to be a strange appendage underneath the alleged Flight 175. Here is a clip from a documentary where this appendage is discussed.
When I first saw the appendage on Flight 175, this extra piece of equipment, I was looking at the Evan Fairbanks footage, which is kind of bluish, and it's from the underneath. It's off-centered on the fuselage. It's between the engines. It casts its own shadow. It has its own reflection. And when I saw this, I thought somebody's had to have photoshopped this, and I wanted to get other sources to make sure that it wasn't just a product of Photoshop. It was in all the CNN footage when you took their videos and did freeze frames. It was definitely a three-dimensional piece of equipment. It definitely has nothing to do with Photoshop, and it shouldn't be there.
Anybody can see the other piece of equipment right there in the center line on the starboard side of that fuselage. It can't be anything other than an external piece of equipment.
All the recorded sources, all the different photographic evidence that was produced by CNN and ABC, they all show this pod. It's there. You can see it with your own eyes. and in my professional opinion, that there was a pod attached to the bottom of that aircraft, and therefore it was not United Airlines Flight 175.
Having watched this, you probably know and have worked out for yourself what I am going to say. This was a second eureka moment. What the people in this documentary are failing to see is that a pod was not added to the plane, but a fake plane was added to the pod, or the ball. What they are seeing when they see the pod is in fact the ball. Looking closely at the image, the size of the pod is approximately what I originally estimated the ball to be. You might think that when they have added the plane on top of the ball, that the ball should no longer be visible. Well, this depends on the type of video compositing used. When three-dimensional video compositing techniques are used, the software must choose what parts of the image to leave in, i.e. the foreground, and which parts to render on top of, i.e. the background. It is quite possible that the 3D plane was composited into the image and the video software designated the moving ball as a second foreground object, thus did not completely disappear the ball behind the plane and instead merged the two together. These composites were possibly done in a hurry to get them out onto our TV screens. I have recreated a Boeing 767 and inserted a ball inside. This looks remarkably similar to what was screened. In this 3D mock-up, the ball is 39 feet wide and 17 feet in height. If we now consider the object's path, the yellow triangle in this picture shows the most likely approach path towards the towers. We can see that it is above the water and know that it came down from above the height of the towers. It is only 39 feet in diameter and the towers are 1/4 of a mile high. Even people who were watching the mayhem going on at the North Tower would probably not have noticed this object, and this is probably why the second attack was done in this way, to minimize the number of witnesses.
When it too is hijacked. This, the actual plane, as it hits the South Tower of the World Trade Center. 8:10 a.m. American Flight 77, a 757 with 64 aboard, has taken off from Washington's Dulles Airport, also bound for Los Angeles. It too taken over and loops back into the Pentagon. It slices in at an angle, leaving a deadly and ugly gash.
Two United Airlines flights were hijacked today, and that the attack planes were the hijacked domestic flights. Roughly 21 minutes later, approximately 9:03 Eastern Time, the second large jetliner can be seen.
Uncertainty right now as to what is happening. You can see there are choppers. I believe that could be a police helicopter that is... Oh! Wow. We just saw... Oh my goodness. You're another live picture right now. Oh my goodness. Of what I believe was a plane.
We're going to re-rack the tape here and see if we can't see a plane. Yeah, we see it right now.
Now, you might still have doubts about the fact that some people say they saw a plane. It is quite possible that some of these people were planted to lie about this to TV cameras. Some may have seen the ball and mistook it for a small plane. Others will have seen the events soon afterwards on television and possibly thought they saw it in real life. Andrew Johnson speaks here about his survey of 9/11 eyewitnesses.
When you look at those accounts, you find that only about 20% reported seeing the plane, only about 20% reported hearing the second plane as it came in, and of course this is after the first one. So everyone was, actually aware that there was stuff going on, and only 8% of these 117 people I identified reported seeing and hearing the plane.
Okay.
A lot of them said, again, if you look at the accounts, I didn't know it was a plane until later. So, we start to raise questions about what actually caused the damage at the World Trade Center, what actually did it, what made the holes, and what caused the fireballs.
With regards to the first plane, we cannot really conclude whether or not another ball-type craft was used on Tower 1, as there is only one very dubious piece of footage of this. I would suspect it is likely that an identical object was used on the first tower. So, in summary, what can we say about this mysterious craft? Firstly, it is smooth-edged, approximately 39 feet in diameter and 17 feet in height. It travelled from a southwest direction at 220 miles per hour at a descent angle of approximately 16 degrees and smashed into the south tower. It does not look like a plane or a helicopter. There are no propellers or wings. It cannot be a balloon as it is travelling too fast. It is unlikely to be a conventional rocket or missile as it is moving too slow and the shape is inconsistent with any known missile. The American government are known to have engineered top-secret anti-gravity vehicles. The most likely explanation is that the ball was a top-secret, remote-controlled, anti-gravity propelled drone. My analysis provides yet further compelling evidence that 9/11 was an inside job orchestrated by American and Israeli intelligence agencies. Why would they use such a craft, you might ask? Well, using real cumbersome passenger airliners with real people on board would have presented a much greater risk of something going wrong, and many more agents would have been needed to carry out the operation. Why not just use their hidden advanced technology, a highly advanced, small, remotely controlled vehicle packed with explosives, and then let the video editors do the rest? 9/11 was the biggest psyop in human history. But why? Why would they do this? They did it to create a perception in the public mind that Western democracies are under attack from Islamic terrorists, so that the public and troops will support the government in invading countries which they wish to establish bases in, such as Iran and Afghanistan. Do not be duped by this fakery, and please spread the word.
Because the most serious danger of all to human life is the internal environmental state of confusion. Because it destroys the fine internal balances, which in our natural state are self-correcting. So confusion is the most destructive source of human failure that there is, for it opens the Pandora's box of what ought not to be, and is the maker of all sorts of weird psychologies. So this series does not attempt to tell you what to do. It does, however, seriously give notation of what it's like between now and the rest of your life, at least where the soul psychologies are concerned, and shows reason why you would perhaps choose to give yourself a pause now to consider those matters specifically. Anything else for us becomes a jungle within a jungle. Whilst there are things that you can't change, there are things that you can. perhaps offering you a better way to consider the matter before you have to decide for yourself about your own personal actions, with the main interest of knowing why things are like they are, because that is the cornerstone of anything.
Say confusion, everything out of control. When everything out of control, you go be saying Bafuka. We don't start again, yo. When we talk say confusion, everything out of control. When everything out of control, you go be saying Bafuka. Bafuka for the police station. Bafuka for the hospital, Bafuka for the prison, and then confusion awaiting you. Confusion away. One more time, confusion awaiting you. Confusion away. Them bitchy men will sell for roadside, yeah. Them bitchy men will sell for roadside, yeah. Them three speak different language, yeah. Them three speak different language, yeah. They speak Lagos, Accra and Conakry. They speak Lagos, Accra and Conakry. One white man come pay them money, you. Pay them for pounds, dollars and French money, you. For the thing where you go buy from them, oh. It remain for them to share them. Me a say that confusion be that to you. It could be say Bafuka, Bafuka na French. Bafuka for the police station, Bafuka na French. Bafuka for the prison, Bafuka na French. Bafuka for the hospital, Bafuka na French. And then confusion awaiting you. Confusion away. One more time, confusion awaiting you. Confusion away. Before Lagos traffic in especially. Before Lagos traffic in especially. Number one special all over the world, yeah. Number one special all over the world, yeah. You go get PhD for driving for Lagos, yeah. You go get MA for driving for Lagos, yeah. You go get MSc for driving for Lagos, yeah. For me, I like them like that. Now my country, why not? For me, I like them like that, yeah. For what you like, 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 Lagos City. For what you like, Surulere. For what you like, Ogogoro Center. For what you like, for what you like, Moto they come from south, Moto they come from north, Moto they come from east, Moto they come from west, and policeman no day for center. Now confusion be that you, they go be saying Bafuka, Bafuka na French. Bafuka for the police station, Bafuka na French. Bafuka for the hospital, Bafuka na French. Bavuka for the prison, and then confusion awaiting you. One more time, confusion awaiting you. For what you want, like that. 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 Mato they come from south, Mato they come from north, Mato they come from east, Mato they come from west, and policeman know they for center. Now confusion be that you, we go be saying Bavuka oh.
Bavuka na friend.
Bavuka for the police station oh.
Bavuka na friend.
Bavuka for the prison oh.
Bavuka na friend.
Bavuka for the hospital oh.
Bavuka na friend.
Confusion awaiting you.
Confusion away.
One more time, confusion awaiting you.
Confusion away.
When we talk say confusion, everything out of control. When everything out of control, you go be say you Bavuka oh.
Bavuka na friend.
Bavuka for the police station.
Bavuka na friend.
Bavuka for the prison.
Bavuka na friend.
Bavuka for the police station. And then confusion awaiting you.
Confusion away.
One more time, confusion awaiting you.
Confusion away.
Shalom.